Thanks, Daniel, for hopping on this call with me. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Why don't we start off with just a little bit of background? Why don't you say, you know, what your name is, where you're from, and just a little bit of background about you.
Okay. My name is Daniel Aleman. I am born and raised in LA. I grew up not traveling very much. I grew up basically in accounting, stuck in an office, regular, 9 to 6. And when my daughter was born, something in my mind just shifted where I wanted her to have more experiences than I ever did. Till this day, I haven't traveled. I've never been on a plane or anything.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I've just something shifted where I just wanted to get out of the office, and I actually just quit my job 2 weeks ago.
Are you serious?
Dedicating all of my time to ATMs and Ubering until I figure out what it is that I want to do.
Wow. Well, congratulations. Good for you.
Thank you. I just couldn't take it anymore. I literally felt trapped being in an office. I felt like frustrated, like a caged-in tiger, and I kept complaining to my wife, and she's very not sure what the word is, but she would tell me to just get up and leave and quit on the spot, but I just couldn't do that. So I had to give my 2 weeks, and 2 weeks ago now I quit.
Wow. I was not expecting you to say that. I don't think I knew that, did I?
I don't think so, no.
No, wow, okay. Well, that's exciting, and that is a very supportive and loving wife there.
I'm very lucky. She's very supportive.
And my wife was the same way. She told me to go part-time at my full-time job, and then she eventually told me, just let them fire you. So I think we got two good ones.
Yeah, exactly. And I was waiting to be fired so I can collect unemployment, but didn't work out that way. I just couldn't handle it, and I just gave my 2 weeks.
So you, what did you do, Daniel?
I was a bookkeeper for a business management firm.
Okay.
And some of these high-end clients are just very picky, and they think the banks and offices are open 24/7, and it became very stressful.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So now you quit 2 weeks ago, or you quit 2 weeks ago, or you gave your 2 weeks notice?
I gave a 2 weeks notice, but 2 weeks ago on Friday was my my last day.
All right. Well, congratulations.
I'm happily unemployed now for 2 weeks.
That's all right. I'm extra excited now for you. And you know what's going to happen is you're going to be unemployed by choice from now on.
Yes. I'm very happy. I'm much more relaxed.
Awesome.
So I'm actually driving home right now from having lunch with some friends in Santa Monica on the pier.
Awesome. All right. Very cool.
Yeah,
so
it was very nice.
When you had your daughter, things started shifting in your mind. Is that when you got interested in passive income?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. I just felt like I couldn't work for anybody else anymore. To backtrack a little bit, my wife and I never wanted kids. We both worked a lot. I'm still in school, working on my bachelor's still. And so when my daughter was born, I just wanted to spend all of my time with her.
Aww.
And I think that's what shifted, where I just felt like I didn't want to work for anybody else.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then a little over a year and a half later, after my daughter was born, my son was born.
Wow.
So that feeling just became so much stronger. I was driving to work an hour and a half each way from downtown LA to Century City, California. An hour and a half each way to go to an office where I wasn't happy, to work with a supervisor that was keeping information from me regarding my clients. So it made my job that much harder.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's when I started searching for passive income ideas,
Okay.
but nothing had really given me the results that I wanted.
So you tried other stuff before, other passive income streams?
I did. I mean, I tried those multi-level marketing things, and that didn't work. I tried several of those, Amway, Comerica, and they just never worked. I mean, I always got off to a really good start, selling to family members and things like that, but it got very disappointing with those because at one point, my calls started being ignored. So it was like people that I thought would support me didn't.
Right.
So it became very disappointing, and so that didn't work out.
So what got you turned onto the ATM business? How did you learn about that?
It was through my brother-in-law. He's been in the ATM business for a number of years now. But he only owns 3 ATM machines, but he works for another gentleman that owns hundreds of them.
Okay.
So since he was family, I reached out to him and I asked him to teach me and let me shadow him whenever possible. And he said, "Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I go out on some routes, and you can come with me." 1 month went by, 2 months went by. I followed up with him, and he just never seemed to have the time for me. So,
gotcha.
Kind of when I just decided to do it on my own.
Okay. And then what made you look for some help with starting it?
I didn't know anything about the business. I didn't know where to start. I was starting from zero.
Right.
I didn't know where to start, I didn't know a trustworthy company to order machines from. I didn't know if I needed a special bank to handle transactions. Okay. I knew nothing. So I started going on YouTube and just searching, ATM business. And I came across some mentors that seemed too good to be true. I signed up to a couple of their free webinars, and it was a total waste of time. They just seemed to have a lot of fluff in their presentations. They just kept going in circles, and I ended up closing, and I ended up more frustrated than I had answers. So I kept searching, and eventually I found you, Carey.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited you found me. So you found me. I'm assuming you went through my YouTube videos and, you kind of figured out, about me, and, I'm not a fluff person. I'm not a BS person. And then of course you found out I had a training. What was one of your biggest concerns with becoming a student of mine, would you say?
I mean, I felt it was a risk. I didn't know you beforehand. I had come across all these other mentors that I didn't trust right off the bat. It was my feeling towards you was a little different. So I knew it could be a risk, but something in me just kind of led me to follow through and take the first step. And I felt that no matter who I went with, I had to take the first step to learn what I needed to learn to get started. Okay. I mean, had I never taken that first step with you, I'd probably still be searching on YouTube doing nothing.
Right? And you'd really be panicking, right? About after quitting your job.
Yeah,
or maybe you wouldn't have quit your job.
Say that again?
I said, or you either would have really been panicking if you quit your job, or maybe you wouldn't have even quit your job yet.
I don't think I would have. No, I don't think I would have.
Yeah.
I probably would have been stuck there because I needed that income.
Yeah, that's huge.
So, yeah.
All right,
yeah,
and then so what ultimately made you decide to say, okay, I'm gonna go with Carey's training? I think you got the ATM Business Blueprint 2.0. So what was that final thing that said, I'm gonna do this?
In watching your videos, you mentioned in one of the videos that this wasn't a get rich quick, and that phrase alone just said, okay, I'm in. Yeah. It wasn't too good to be true, right, like the other videos that I had seen. Yeah. So when you said that just convinced me to do it. That phrase alone.
Awesome. Yeah, I try to tell people the ATM business, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know?
Right.
Awesome. So how long did it take you, after going through the training, how long, or becoming a student, I should say, how long did it take you to place your first ATM?
Well, it took me months alone just to get my bank account set up. I even went, I think it was about 3 months, if not maybe a little less. But the bank account even made me go through and change my existing LLC's name.
Okay.
Because I had the word bookkeeping in the name and the bank didn't like that.
Okay.
I changed the word bookkeeping to business. And after that, it still took about another couple of weeks before I actually got an approval. And then after that, it took me, I want to say maybe another month before I placed my first ATM.
Okay, so the biggest hurdle is the bank account. And just for folks that are watching, you're in California, and it does take, I'm going to let people know, it takes a lot longer in California to get stuff going. So it took you about 4 weeks in California to get your bank account. But then once you got your bank account, then it took you about 4 weeks before you got your first yes. Is that right?
Right. And that was sort of a bad idea on my part, but I placed an ATM out in Las Vegas in a shop that's owned by one of my friends and ex-coworkers. But at the same time, it was also a good idea because I got a lot of practice in programming the machine, filling the machines, and I think I took that advice from you. So even though my expenses with that one machine were much higher than I was making from the machine, I still don't regret it because again, I got the experience in programming the machines, learning who to contact for tech support. By the way, they always pick up, and they're a great resource, and that's why I don't regret having that first machine all the way in Las Vegas.
Awesome. Yeah. The first one, it's like it does something up here, and this makes us, be able to move forward, and it's just a great learning experience after you get that first one under your belt.
Right. And the other thing too about that first machine is that I've never used an ATM because I don't want to pay the fees. So I really didn't think anybody used them. And so that one machine gave me the confidence that, it is a viable business because people do use them.
Oh yeah.
During the months of June, I want to say June and mid-July, when I brought back that machine, within that month and a half, that machine was making me I think about $250.
Nice.
In that month and a half.
Nice.
So I don't regret it whatsoever.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I try to let people know, look, we're not in the ATM business because we like to use ATMs. We're in it because of the people that do use ATMs.
Right.
Awesome.
Right, exactly.
So how many machines do you have now, Daniel?
I have 4, and my brother-in-law, the one that wouldn't help me, he's having some money issues, and he's going to transfer 3 of his machines to me, so I'll end up having 7.
Wow. What a change of circumstances there, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, so,
congrats on that.
Yeah, in his defense, he did help me get the second location. It's in a bar in downtown LA, and that bar has a couple of arcade machines.
Okay.
So that one does very well also.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. That's exciting. You hit me with like 2 exciting things today. You quit your job, and then you're going to have 7 ATMs in a matter of that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was a very slow start, but with 7 machines, I think I have to hold off a little bit because of my financial circumstances.
Yeah.
But I mean, the number, like you said, the number of machines just sort of exploded on me, and I didn't think I was going to have this many in a matter of months.
Yeah, the first one's usually the toughest, and then after that, you're like, slow down.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome, Daniel. So let me ask you this. What part of the training program do you think has been the most helpful for you?
I think the very first part of finding my why. I sometimes it maybe gets a little frustrating not finding more locations, or at least a month or two ago it was very frustrating not finding more locations. But just revisiting your training and going through my why, that has been the most helpful to me.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. I'm glad.
Yeah, it keeps me motivated that, even though it took a while to start, I mean, I now have 7.
Yeah, right. So, that's awesome.
Your training, that part of the training, just the very first part, just keeps me motivated to keep going.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, great. Thanks for sharing that. Do you want to share your why? I mean, I feel like it has to do with your kids, but are you okay sharing it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it definitely 100% has to do with my kids. I just want to spend as much time with them as possible. I mean, time goes by really quick. I mean, my daughter's about to start preschool on Tuesday, or tomorrow actually. And, it just seems like a few weeks ago I was trying to get her to stop crying. It's a baby. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, time doesn't stand still.
It does not. So that's my why. My 2 kids. I want to spend more time with my parents. They're getting older. They're in their late 70s, early 80s. So I want to spend more time with them as well.
Awesome. Awesome.
So mainly my family. My family is my why.
Huge. Yep. Mine as well. Awesome. All right. So what's it like having a successful ATM business? Like, how has it impacted you?
I feel prouder of myself. I feel a little bit more confident to say that even though I was working, I also had income coming in outside of work. Just saying that gave me a boost of confidence every time.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So, yeah, it definitely has helped to build up my confidence.
Cool. Fantastic. What, when it comes to the training program, what do you think has been the reason why you have done so well with the training?
It's very well planned out. It definitely walks you step by step. But I think what has helped me the most is going back to revisit it.
Okay.
Just staying reminded of what the plan is and what the process is. I mean, I don't know if this goes for other people, but for myself, I tend to think that I know what's going to happen next. And I, just try to jump ahead. So having that plan in writing has been extremely helpful.
Awesome. Cool. All right. What's been your favorite thing, your absolute favorite thing about your ATM business so far?
I think meeting new people. It's making me break out of my shell. Being in accounting for so many years, I was stuck in an office talking to very few people. And these last 2 weeks that I'm not working, I've found out how negatively that has affected me, where it's hard for me to keep a conversation going. But when I'm out there talking about ATMs and getting, trying to get a yes from a business owner, it just seems to come easy. Like I'm not trying to sell them anything. I feel more relaxed doing that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and you know what you'll find, I was actually I was doing a call like this with Victor last night, and he was mentioning the same thing. He said he loves the relationships, and what you'll find is you're going to become friends with some of these business owners, like really form really solid friendships.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've actually become friends with the security guard at that bar in downtown LA, where now he'll let me park right in front of the bar, even though it's marked, as a red zone.
Right.
So, I was just there last night, and he's like, just park here, I'll watch it for you, I'll tell them it's mine. You know, I don't have to pay the $10 parking fee in downtown every time I go now.
There you go. Yeah, making friends with security and the cops is always a positive for the ATM business.
I totally agree.
All right, very cool. Let me ask you this. What would you say, Daniel, to someone who is considering working with me? They're on the fence, but they're considering working with me. What would you say to them?
Speaking for myself, I would say take that leap of faith. Carey is no BS. This is not a get rich quick scheme or business, and Carey will reinforce that every time. So I would say just take the leap of faith. It will definitely work. We do have to be patient, but eventually it pays off, literally.
As long as you do the work.
Of course. Of course. I mean, and you don't have to go out specifically looking for business owners to say yes, just in your daily life. That's how I got mine placed. My buddy told me he was opening a new business, so I traded my services for him allowing me to put his my ATM in his shop.
There you go.
So
yeah, exactly.
And it just snowballed from there.
Exactly, and I started the same way, just in my daily life. I didn't make it a special trip; it was just part of my daily life. That's awesome. That's great advice. That's awesome.
Right.
Now, if you could do everything all over again, would you?
Definitely. Yes, of course. I wouldn't even hesitate to answer that question.
Nice.
I would definitely do it again. The only thing I would change is starting sooner. Because I think I was still a little skeptical, but after I went through all the training, I read all the sections. I mean, I had nothing else to lose.
Right.
So I would definitely do it all over again, and I would definitely start a little bit sooner.
And you went through the training, and you were like, all right, I got to do this. What do you think about the support that comes with the training?
I can't say enough about it. I mean, you're always accessible. You're always putting out videos. The Facebook community is amazing. That's how I found out which branch to go to.
Yeah,
to get a bank account. I'm very grateful, and in that Facebook group, I'm trying to pay that forward. That's
awesome. Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Would you agree? It's like a big family or a little family, right?
Yeah, but it's very helpful. I mean, we get to learn from other people's experiences.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Daniel, I really appreciate your time. And just for folks that might be tuned in late, Daniel is in traffic in California, so it's not like he's speeding down the highway talking to us, because he was making me nervous at first.
Yeah, no, I'm still stuck on. Since we started, I've only driven about half a mile.
Oh my gosh. Well, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you sharing the exciting news with us. I'm sad I didn't know about it before, but this is exciting. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Carey. It's just I've been busy filling out paperwork and updating paperwork and filling up all the machines.
It's all good. It's all good. All good stuff. Well, I just want to thank you again for your time. Be careful out there, and definitely please keep us posted on your success, because I'm going to be watching you extra now since I know you quit your job.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just need to get some more funds to buy more machines.
There you go. There you go. That's always a good problem to have, though, Daniel.
It is. It is. So I'm looking for investors, Carey.
All right. I gotta move into the beach house first.
Oh, that progress is coming along great. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's totally faster than I'm ready for it, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I think I'm ready.
All right.
All right, Daniel. Listen, safe travels. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Nice talking to you.
All right. You too. You have a great day. All right.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.